The new Republican-controlled House of Representatives has laid out its first major target, the federal law aimed at overhauling the health care system.
I suggest that we pull Obamacare out by the roots, root and branch, lock, stock, and barrel, eradicate it completely, and leave not one vestige of its DNA left behind, because it is a malignant tumor into the spirit of America's vitality and constitutionality. And if it's allowed to have any particle left, it will regrow again, and it will metastasize like a tumor and grow back, and it will consume the liberty and the vigor of the American people. We must pull it out by the roots. This Congress has been elected to do so.
But an analysis from the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office warns that repealing the health care legislation could increase the federal deficit by $230 billion in the next decade and leave 32 million more Americans uninsured. Introduced by House Republicans on January 5th, H.R. 2, also known as the Repealing the Job-Killing Health Care Law Act, targets the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, as well as the provisions of the Health Care and Education Reconciliation Act of 2010 that are related to health care. Deliberations on the bill are expected to start immediately. The CBO report estimates that the increase in the budget deficit if the legislation were repealed would be equal to what would be saved under current health care legislation. Increase in deficits projected for fiscal years 2012 through 2019 is likely to be similar in size to the reduction in deficits that was originally estimated to result from the enacted legislation. In addition, the report found that the repeal would add an additional $1.2 trillion to the deficit in the second decade after its enactment and would force most Americans to pay more for private health insurance. The findings of the report were dismissed by House Republicans. House Speaker John Boehner said the report was based on chicanery by Democrats.
I believe that this law will ruin the best health care system in the world. And what families and small businesses are worried about right now is how this will affect their livelihood. That's why today we're releasing a report that examines the health care law's impact on our economy and our budget. And the evidence is overwhelming that this health care law, by raising taxes, imposing new mandates, and increasing uncertainty, is already destroying jobs in our country. It will continue to destroy jobs in America unless we do something about it.
Though the House Republicans ran on a platform of deficit reduction, they've rejected the findings of the report and promised to forge ahead with their attempt to repeal the health care overhaul. In addition, House Republicans have said that because they believe the health care reform will cost the public money, it is an exception to their budget rules. The CBO estimated last year that the health care reform law would reduce the deficit by $143 billion through 2019, an analysis also rejected by Republican deficit hawks. The bill would come to a vote on January 12th, and it's expected to pass the House next week. However, Senate Democrats, still in control of the upper chamber, say the bill does not stand a chance.